Wah, wah. Okay, oh my god. Fucking. Okay. Whenever I set up my capture card device for my consoles and stuff, it, for some reason, automatically changed a bunch of settings on my computer. Or maybe I just got confused, because I was like half fucking awake when I was doing it. So it seems to, it disabled input from my mic. Also, if the game's too loud or anything, or if I'm not loud enough, tell me, okay? But what I was saying is, the glitch above Shadow Man right there is actually not the Legacy Collection or my PC or the stream glitching or anything. That graphical error is actually in the original NES version, so this is actually reproducing the graphical error accurately. Because this screen is actually loaded in 3 separate chunks, and what you're basically seeing is the border between the middle and bottom chunk there, because if you look at it like the graphic for Mega Man 3 right between Gemini Man and Hard Man, or between Gemini Man and Magnet Man, like the one Mega Man's looking straight through right now, you can see it's actually cut off on the top a little bit because the border didn't line up properly. In the PS1 re-release of this game, and the Anniversary Collection, not Legacy Collection, but the Anniversary Collection versions for like PS2, GameCube, and the original Xbox, this is actually fixed. But they, again, reproduced the NES version like totally accurately for the Legacy Collection that we're playing right now. Deciding who I want to start with. I think we'll do Needleman first. It's usually the one I started with when I was a kid, too. Because when I was a kid, I had, well, I still own it, but, you know, I had a Mega Man 2, 3, and 4 on NES. And I always just thought that my Mega Man 3 cartridge was glitching, or like I had a bad cartridge, or like the connectors were messed up or something. Ow! Stop it! Ow! I forgot those things take like 50 billion million hits to beat. Bottom or top? The eternal question. Well, as usual, bottoming has led me nowhere. Don't think I would have noticed that glitch at all otherwise. I mean, I don't know how big it looks on like a phone screen or anything. It's pretty noticeable when you're like playing it on a real TV. Oh yeah, this is the first Mega Man game, because you know when you watch with Mega Man 1 and 2, all you can do is jump and shoot, which of course you can still do. But now, by pressing down on the jump button, you can slide. This is a really cool maneuver. It's not quite as fast as the dash. You can kind of chain them together, but it's not super smooth. But it is a really good evasive maneuver. I'm actually watching this over projector. I feel so special. The center of your living room. It's like when Kubi watches me on the Twitch app on their big TV. It's like, I'm famous. The gay mouse who plays old video games. There's 10,000 people here. Hi, everybody. I hope I look cute on screen. Blink. Another cool addition, and Rush makes his debut in this game. They say hi. Hi. Because you start with Rush Coil, you can press, when you have Rush Coil equipped, you can press the square button, or the fire button, I guess, to summon Rush. If you don't do anything, he'll blink away after a while. But if you summon Rush, you can hop on him and he'll give you a super high jump. But it does have limited ammo, like a special weapon from the older games. Hi, Rain! Meggy Man! Be Mega Man! Now we're playing some Mega Man 3, because obviously Mega Man drops January 7th. But how are you doing today on this beautiful Mega Man day, Rain? I'm here to slide with my dog like I'm Mega Man. Because we actually have previously beaten Mega Man 1 and 2 on stream before. So it's been a pretty long time. Shit, I only got a little bit of HP and this thing's gonna completely hose my ass. Ow. Ah, my ass! It got hosed. Good thing there's a checkpoint near here. Ow. Ow! See, the first time I got through this with, like, 0 problems. I swear, that thing they say where, like, when you're, like, losing, like, you have barely any HP left in a game and you suddenly gain Ultra Instinct is so fucking true. I really want that E-Tank. Boing! Ow. These guys are only one health point that matters is the last one. Right. Why are you in my walls again? Probably won't be as active because I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. I know, I was at your stream this morning for me. It was last night for you, I guess. And good morning again, Guru Neko. It's Mega Man, well for me it's January 7th, so it's Mega Man Day. We're gonna slide with our dog like we're Mega Man. But thanks for coming by and hanging out. How are you doing today, very sleepy little Guru Neko kitty? See, this is where time zones fuck me up, because you're like, I'm doing art warm-ups, and I'm like, you were just drawing this morning. But it wasn't this morning, it was last night for you. Dude, time zones are crazy. It's like we live in different parts of the world or something. Sleepy. Well, hopefully this kick-ass, amazing music of this game and my cute, charming, beautiful, wonderful self can help keep you awake and get that power to, do art warm-ups of gay men, I guess. There's other parts of the world? Standard American perspective. Ended stream at a reasonable hour but stayed up. Okay, that's on you. Girly Pop, that is on you. Needleman! TBH, I am never not drawing in full honesty. I go to bed arting and wake up arting. Art yourself. You can have the rest of my energy. I'll just pass out. Rain, no, you need that tiny little bit of energy that you have. You know, I think Needleman might not have been the one to start with. Ow, Jesus, fuck. I can never remember who's the right starter in Mega Man 3, because the weakness order in this one's really weird. I think I'm just gonna let him beat my ass and choose another stage. Hopefully I'm pretty sure I get to keep my E-tanks. Do you look at my 1.E? E. E, E, E. It's in the E. Usually do magnet first. Magnets? How do they work? But hi, 7th Force, how are you doing on this wonderful January 7th? We're all gonna slide with our dog like we're Mega Man. Happy Mega Man Day to all who celebrate. Right. Given my energy recovery stat has been halved by default, I lose energy really fast. You're probably right. Remember crushing on EXE Mega Man as a child? Came out the pussy liking Twinks and leaving this world obsessed with Twunks. Packing for a trip. You're going to MagFest in a couple days, right? Also, Guru, guess what I've got shipping to my house in the very near future? I'm getting the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. I got it on sale, and I got it a physical copy for Switch with all the games in this collection. So, in addition, because trust me, we'll be playing through all the classic Mega Mans, because I have the Legacy Collection 2 on PC. We will definitely be playing X1 through X4, Legends, and Battle Network. I freaking love Mega Man. I've never actually played through all the Battle Networks before. I only had the first one when I was younger. Whack! Spinning. Wow. MagFest tomorrow. Exciting. I've never really been to any conventions or anything. Mom always wanted to go to them because she loved stuff like the Ren Fair, but there were never, like, it was always a 2 or 3 hour drive from where we live to get to anything. If not more. Who could that be? Who's this mysterious guy? He looks like Mega Man, but he's actually an enemy called Breakman. Ow. He shoots lemons just like me. It doesn't look like we defeated him. He merely escaped. Honestly, didn't start going anywhere for the last year, so it's been fun. Ah, missile thing! You know, honestly, like, I will break your fucking kneecaps, man. Those are actually small grapefruit. Ow! The fucking grapefruit launcher got me. But no, like, people always say, oh, don't learn how things are made, it'll ruin the magic. But no, like, learning how a lot of these old games were created, it actually makes it more magical for me when I realize everything they pulled off on the limited hardware and storage space. Whoa, the suck machine! It's like this man has magnets in his lair or something. Haven't attended a con as a guest in so long. I'd like to get to more conventions, but I need money to do that. That do kind of be my sticking point. Oh no, the Yoku blocks. Rush! Come forth and prevent me from having to put in effort. God fucking damn it. Definitely getting more expensive, sadly. That's kind of the thing, man. It's like getting prohibitively expensive to do anything. Also, really underrated thing with the Yoku blocks, and this is pretty consistent across all the games, and I never really noticed it as a kid, but they actually do have the same patterns as the wall they're projecting out of. Attending conventions is expensive. I feel like the US is way more costly than it is in Japan. Yeah. This one's on the East Coast. I'm more able to justify, so I don't spend much on travel. That's true. Okay. I'm gonna run out of Rush Coil trying to do this. Ack! Ha! Great. The Yoku blocks and the suck machine. Wait, actually, okay. Suck machine daddy. I know it's actually magnetizing me, it's not sucking, but the game's subtly hinting the block sections suck. I don't think this is subtle. And I am out of Rush Coil. No! Nobody told me I was gonna have to actually do a Yoku block section the intended way. Ugh, I'm not built for this. You guys just want to play Pokemon Crystal instead? Ha! Oh my god. The suck and the hole? Oh, well, okay. Check! Fun fact, in the NES Mega Man games, your weapon energy doesn't refill when you die. Have you tried not being made of metal? Oh boy, you just provoked like the uber nerd response. Mega Man's not actually made of metal. He's made out of a porcelain alloy. Or alloy, excuse me. Magnets and sucking? Getting ideas. Allies are good too, world needs more of those. True. Very true. Mega Man's the ally to lesbians, as we established. Oh hey, I actually did it. I just need to think about lesbians more. It's true, I'm in lesbians with you, chat. Ah. Yeah, Mega Man's actually made out of a porcelain alloy, and that is why he is vulnerable to spikes, and they destroy him in one hit. Answer to everything remains the same. Lesbians. Ha! You notice only one set of footprints in the sands. That's when the lesbians are carrying you. Yo, I'll be honest, if I game over trying to do the Yoku block sections, I'm choosing a different stage and then coming back here after I have Rush Jet. Fuck! Valid choice, TBH. Like, okay, my secret, like, gamer confession. I have never, in my life, in the probably dozen times I've finished Mega Man 2, I have never done the Yoku block section in Heatman stage. I just used the item 2 every single time. Same, fuck that noise. Like, I remember a long time ago seeing a video that did their, like, Mega Man 2 pathing, and, like, they did Heat Man as, like, the first or second stage, and I'm like, not in a million years. Listen, if the system sucks, cheat the system. I mean, like, I adore the Mega Man series, but fuck Yoku blocks. It's telling that they become both less prominent and less pattern intensive in later games. Well, except Mega Man and Bass, but Also, fun, random, really silly localization thing. Okay, so in the Japanese version, Bass's name is Forte. And, one of the little lore bits is that Bass is actually made from a metal that Dr. Wily discovered himself called Fortanium. Rolls off the tongue pretty clean. Sounds like it could be a real metal, right? So obviously he's named Forte because Wily made him out of Fortanium. I don't know if the Fortanium thing's ever been mentioned in any official Capcom work, but in the game SNK vs. Capcom, the Card Fighters DS for the Nintendo DS, there are several hundred cards based on lots of Capcom and SNK characters, not just from the fighting games, but from all across the history of both companies. And when but the localization for Card Fighters DS is, it's something, alright. And for Bass's card, it claims that he's made out of in the English version claims he's made out of an alloy called, Bassnium. I'm not doing this right now, I'm so sorry. Yeah, well, duh. The system should be able to tell you how cute you are and let you win. It's true. Let's see Shadow Man. Also, like, well, I guess 7th would be the one to ask since you probably have the most Mega Man experience in chat, but it's just me as, like, Mega Man a lot harder than 2 and 4 in, like, really weird ways. Is it just me? Guess you can say it wasn't your forte. Ayo. That one's only the second mention of Bassnium, too. Oh, it just rubs me the wrong way because Fortanium just rolls off so cleanly. It's Breakman again. Okay, let's throw down. Ow. Had a lot of trouble with the last stage. You joke, but okay. The thing is, you know that all the Mega Man characters have, like, music puns as their naming scheme, with the exception of Dr. Light and Dr. Wily. 3 specifically, I mean, I know there's the, Doku Robot stuff, but... Okay, the thing is, it's Break Your Fucking Kneecaps Man again. Maddie, you joke, but you know how Mega Man's got his dog Rush? Well, Bass also has a dog companion named Treble. Though in the Japanese version, Treble's name is Gospel. Which I can kind of see why it got changed for the English version, because, like, especially in media targeted toward kids, like, people were, like, omega sensitive about anything religious. It's still a miracle that Xenogears got an English localization in 1998. Gospel's actually a pretty cool name for dog. It is. Shoutouts to Tango. I love Tango. Tango's baby kitty. Tango needs to be in more games. You know, honestly, considering that they weren't developed internally at Capcom, kudos to, like, Capcom and the Mega Man staff for acknowledging stuff from the Game Boy games. Because the developer of most, but not all, of the Game Boy games, Minakuchi Engineering, has actually tapped into the main series. They mostly developed Mega Man X3 for Super NES as well. And I guess I'm just a stream of fun facts. Mega Man's bringing in my inner fact dispenser, I guess. No, one up! Ah! Oh, thanks. I guess I did get rewarded for being cute and for complaining. These guys are doing a lot of drops. I don't usually get any drops like this. Well, of course, because Mega Man drops January 7th. I was really afraid it was going to knock me back into the lava. Okay, 7th, I think what I mean more, instead of just, like, 3 being hard, I feel like the difficulty's uneven. Interesting how 7 specifically seems to take a lot from the GB games, despite being internally developed. Yo, we gotta mark our calendar! Oh, hey, look, it's the tubes of red. I mean, one of the best things that the Game Boy games introduced was the shot system, and I love that that basically carried over to every game after it in the main series. No E-tanks. Hell yeah, red tubes! Ow! Okay, round 2. We got him this time, squad. Yeah, tracks. These development was a mess. Yeah, kind of a miracle it came out as good as it did. Like, if somebody says they like 3 better than 2, I could totally see that. Especially, like, 2 is a little too unbalanced in the player's favor, especially with Metal Blade. To the point where, like, if you know how to break 2, it's, like, almost a joke sometimes. Because, like, I'm gonna be the ultra controversial one, and, like, as much as I love Mega Man 2, it's not, like, the definitive be-all, end-all Mega Man game. Shit. One of my Mega Man core memories is watching the EXE anime and the constant reminder to drink milk to have strong bones. Like, adults back in the early 2000s were obsessed with milk. So I have a milk kink. I don't think that's the reason. Okay, actually the thing is the Got Milk ads and stuff were funded by dairy farmers. It was just to get you to buy more dairy stuff. I know people that prefer 3. I think 2 is good. It has some egregiously designed portions. Thing is, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say out of the NES games, I think 4 is the best. Though I haven't played 5 or 6 in a while, but I still stand by pretty good that 4 is always the one I wanted to come back to as a kid. I think it has the most balanced difficulty and the coolest special weapons of the NES games. But I'm just gonna say it, I think 7 and 8 clear all the NES games. Which is fucking insane considering that 7 was developed in like 3 months, allegedly. My mom's constantly annoying milk. Even hotter take. Ooh, I gotta hear this. Constantly annoying about milk too, like the constant Milo plush in our house. Milk's the only option for a drink during lunch most days. That's true. I mean, it is good protein, but a lot of homies be turning lactose illiterate by the time they're like in their puberties, so. Shit, there's a trick to Shadow Man, and I cannot remember it to save my life. I'm gonna try my best to do this with no rewinds or save states. I prefer the GB version of 4 to any of the NES games. Honestly, that's super valid. Because, like, personally, the GB versions of 4 and 5, they feel like a generational leap over the NES games. Well, it's not even a version, like, they're their own games at that point. I know Mega Man 5 gets all the credit, but Mega Man 4 Game Boy is also just fantastic. I really need to play through it. The only one of the Game Boy Mega Mans I've beaten is Mega Man 2. Which is weird because I guess you get a fun me fact. The first video game I ever played was Mega Man and Dr. Wily's Revenge. Because before we owned any video game systems or anything, my mom wanted to buy me an original Game Boy from a pawn shop. And the random game, the lady behind the desk, to let me try it and play it and stuff. Just happened to be Mega Man and Dr. Wily's Revenge. My mom didn't end up buying that Game Boy or the game, because the lady at the pawn shop wanted to charge my mom full price for the Game Boy, even though at that point you could go into a store and buy a Game Boy that come with like headphones and a copy of Tetris and a bunch of other shit. And wanted to tell my mom just a bare Game Boy with no batteries and no game for the same price as like a brand new one. So mom's like, yeah, no. Though like about a month or two later, she ended up buying an NES from one of her college classmates. So even though the NES was definitely not the new system at the time. So I grew up with a lot of NES games. I had like Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, Kirby's Adventure, Felix the Cat, Mega Man 2, 3, and 4, NES version of Lemmings. Getting conned at the pawn shop. Mega Man, execute that lady. No, it is so freaking weird because, like, my mom was not having any of it. She always did her research. I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but my mom would buy me Nintendo Power, Game Pro, EGM, all of those. And while she mostly would say, oh, it's for you because I know you love games and I want you to read and stuff like that, I'm like, yay, video games! But Mom would also read them herself, and she'd pay attention to the reviews. And she would actually refuse to buy me games that scored too bad. Am I treating Mega Man like I'm Inspector Gadget? Like, go, go, Mega Man. I don't know. Has lots of different special weapons. Has a blonde companion who's family. Has a dog companion. I think it kind of tracks. First game was Game Gear version of Castle of Illusion. Ooh, I want to play the 8-bit Castle of Illusions and Land of Illusion and stuff. Those look so good. Ow. Also, fun, crazy thing that made me think of is the fact that both the Game Gear and Sega Genesis had a physical Master System cartridge converter. It's like Sega was just making sure you always had a way to play Master System. Both are made of porcelain. Wait, did they come out at the same time? I wouldn't be surprised if Japanese games and American games are taking influence at the same. Wait, okay, did what come out at the same time? Remind me, Guru. Because sometimes my brain doesn't. Streamer brain, can't remember what I said 12 seconds ago. Also, give me just a sec here. I do see the game Trivia Redemption. Trying to find my trivia notebook. So I can actually... The reason I write it down is not just because for memory reasons. It's also so I make sure that the tiny references, I get my facts straight. Inspector Gadget and Mega Man? Yeah, they were both in the mid to late 80s, so yeah. Okay, here's a really cool one that I think is a lot of fun. Just redeem 118 more game trivia facts. You could, but you don't have to. Now here's one that I think is really fun. The last Super Famicom / Super NES game ever released came out the same year that the PlayStation 2 came out. And it was also the largest Super NES game. I think it's like over 2 megabytes, which sounds like nothing now, but at the time when most games were measured in kilobytes, that was like crazy for Super NES. It's called Metal Slader Glory. It's actually a visual novel developed by HAL. HAL Laboratories is in like Kirby HAL Laboratories. And the thing is, that Super NES / Super Famicom game is a remake of a game that came out for NES really late in its lifespan. Also called Metal Slader Glory, because they did that annoying thing where they give the remake and the original the same name. But yeah, Metal Slader Glory was a massive financial disaster. And I think it's part of what led HAL to become a subsidiary of Nintendo instead of an independent company. Because it was actually distributed exclusively through a Japanese cartridge system called Nintendo Power, no relation to the US magazine. And the Nintendo Power system, you could buy blank Super Famicom or Game Boy cartridges, and you could just put them in the machine and choose a game, and you basically buy it, and it loads the game onto your cartridge. This was actually the original way that Mega Man and Bass and Fire Emblem Thracia 776 were released as well. Though I'm pretty sure Mega Man and Bass did later get a standard cartridge release, just as a standalone game. Because Mega Man and Bass came out in 1998. It came out after Mega Man 8 came out for PlayStation and Saturn. Didn't know Mega Man and Bass initially released like that on Super Famicom. Yep. Ooh, secret bonus thingies. Wow. Extra life. Of course, another thing with the Nintendo Power is they also just let you download a bunch of games that had been out forever. Like, you could get, like, Yoshi's Island or Donkey Kong Country or whatever, or Super Donkey Kong. That came out a little sarcastically, but I like both names pretty equally. I think Super Donkey Kong's a pretty good name for it. But I've been saying Donkey Kong Country for, like, over 30 years at this point, so I don't have confidence in my ability to make this jump. Fortunately, you start the game with Rush Coil. Boing! Good dog. I'm gonna give Rush a little robotic doggy treat when we get home. For being such a good boy, he's a good puppy. If you have a puppy or kitty or other pet nearby, make sure you give them some snuggles and hugs. If they're in the mood for it. If they're just like curled up in the corner, and just let them be. I'm kidding. If you have a pet and they're curled up in the corner but you want attention, you will absolutely go and bother them. That's just how it works. The blowing machine. Yeah, the sucking machine in Magnet Man stage. Wah! Fuck. A tiny little wrench. The best pupper. Just a reminder to go bother your pets. Got your tumbler? I do. A water tumbler right here. Good to sippy. Everybody take a good, nice, long sippy of your favorite sugar-free, caffeine-free beverage. Yeah, unfortunately, the health-restoring items and stuff like that that are placed in stage don't regenerate. So, don't fucking die, I guess. See, with these guys, it's kind of a good idea not to shoot them, because they'll float by slowly when they're in cloud mode. Just don't die, forehead. They'll float by slowly in cloud mode, but when you shoot them, they'll go zoom. Though they will go zoom in a straight line instead of, like, the sine wave pattern, so you kind of have to, like, tactically de-cloud them. A cloud appears above your head. Aurora Borealis comes in view, localized entirely in your kitchen. How many life I have? 2. That's right, I got that extra life from the mystery can. May I see it? No. Snake Man. Colonel. Will I get cooked alive if I say Rising's my favorite Metal Gear? I mean, I like the rest of the series too, except 5. Don't get me wrong. Fuck. See, I said Raiden was my favorite. He just, like, mollywopped me. No, that is not Solid Snake! Here's your chance, do your dance at the Snake Man. Alright. Hey, ladies. Yeah? Y'all ready to stop? Yeah? Fuck. Oh. Damn, this snake's good at CQC. Also, like, almost every song from Rising just lives rent-free in my brain. To the point where, like, if I'm stuck standing in line somewhere, I'm just like, standing here, I'm standing here, I'm standing here, I am standing here. Have good memories of MGR. I wouldn't be the same non-binary snail like I am now. My favorite cat snail. Y'all ready to stop? Yeah, faces out instantly and lands in the Family Guy death pose. You got a serpentine. Rising got me through a real rough time a while back, and the OST is definitely part of that. It's weird because, like, there's this whole phase you go through with the OST, and because at first you're like, really, this is the music in a Metal Gear game? And then you're like, you know, this isn't too bad, it works with the action, and then the final phase is you're just constantly singing all the songs all the time. Shit, oh, I had him down to 3 pips. Oh. But yeah, it's really crazy how, like, certain games can just stick with you. Sneeder. I got sneeded. Like, certain games can stick with you and, like, help you through difficult times. Because, like, I'm gonna get, like... I think I can actually beat Snake Man, so I'm giving this stage another try on purpose. I didn't just accidentally hit the button. But, my mom passed away on July 7th, of 2024, and this is gonna sound really weird, but, like, because July 7th is also the release date, the Japanese original release date for Final Fantasy IX. And in a weird way, I'm kind of glad that there's, like, a big video game event thing for a game I really love that's on that date, because that, like, it's like that's not just her death date. Like, it's so weird, but it's like it's something more to focus on that day, so it doesn't hurt as much. And it's just like, it makes Final Fantasy IX mean even more to me in a weird way. Because I'm not trying to be super sad mode about it or anything. It's just like one of those things I think about. Feelings for the Metal Gear Rising OST is very similar to Eurobeat. There's so many good bangers, but the memers only selected a few, which is sad. It's not weird at all. Okay. The Final Fantasy series in general is like... I kind of have a weird issue. you'd think, oh, you know, I was hardcore into it from minute one. You know, I grabbed that NES and played fun. No, not really. 6 was actually the game that got me into the series. And I played 6, 7, LOL, and Tactics, and I was like absolutely in love with them. I played all 3 of those backward and forward so much. I still have my super mega cringy original 7 save file where I renamed the characters after people I knew, which makes me really wish that the rename card was in 7. Excuse me? I was just talking about my 2 favorite Final Fantasies, 6 and 7. Your Honor, she didn't do the 6-7. No, but, the thing is, I actually was not super down with Final Fantasy VIII. I was, like, hyped for it before it came out. But when I, like, watched the brother of a friend who was also the RPG person who exposed me to a million other RPGs, I actually wasn't really feeling 8. I don't know, it's like, there were certain elements I definitely remember being fond of. I think I've mentioned this on stream before, but me and a friend actually made a full triple triad deck with the first 251 Pokemon, which were the only ones, because Gold and Silver was the newest game. Yeah, we made a triple triad deck of Pokemon that you could actually play, and we made a little grid on, like, a big piece of paper. Well, no, the thing is, like, the biggest thing that got me in retrospective was 8 was the first game where it moved from Final Fantasy having a weird, funky, diverse cast to being a bunch of tall, attractive white people. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's, you know, coming off of 7 where you have awesome party members like Red 13 and Ketchy and stuff like that. Or, ow. You know, like 6 where you can recruit Mog and Umaro. And the thing is, like, obviously 9 instantly subverts that, but... Because I remember, as much as I love Final Fantasy XII, I remember playing Final Fantasy XII when it was new, and my mom was, like, looking at, like, the party and stuff like that, and Mom's like, why are they all blonde? And I'm like, I hadn't noticed, and she's like, they're all tall, attractive, blonde people. This is Final Fantasy, shouldn't you be able to play as a dog or something? It's reminding me of Cloud trying to solve 3 and 4. He turns back to Tifa and Aerith for a hint and said, which is the best Final Fantasy game? And Cloud writes down Tactics. Yeah. Oh, really freaking awesome, amazing thing. Never actually thought about that. Because, like, I basically skipped out on 8, and then 9 came out, like, in 2000, 2001. I know this may sound unthinkable, but aside from replaying things and playing Pokemon, I wasn't super into video games. Like, my ultra hyper fixation with manga and anime and wanting to be a manga artist and stuff. But I also want to be a tall, attractive... You already are. I just figure you're tall and attractive, but you're, like, always crumpled up in a shrimp ball. I figure you're just, like, a long cat, where if I pick you up, you'll just be, like, 6'2" or something. But no, okay, my random cool thing, the Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Collection Remaster has already sold 1 million copies. Pick up Guru and they just elongate. Would somebody care to pull out their sword for a moment? Thank you, Rain, for once again cutting a worthless object. Okay, Guru, you can be hot and also be a gremlin at the same time. These are not mutually exclusive. But no, Final Fantasy Tactics The Ivalice Chronicles, the modern collection, has already sold 1 million copies. This is crazy because it's only been 3 months, and it is almost at half of the lifetime sales of the original PlayStation release of Final Fantasy Tactics in 3 months, because the original only sold 2.5 million. Don't worry about thinking you're not smart enough. The thing with Tactics is, you can just, unlike other strategy RPGs, you can just leave and go grind. So if you don't want to be smart about it, you can just make all your character have big number and just mow down the back half of the game if you want to. That and the last part of the game gives you Orlando. Don't worry about thinking. Don't worry. I never do. But yeah, the game basically does the equivalent of giving you a legendary Pokemon, like, before the 7th gym. So, even though some battles in the late game, if you just use the easy mode character, and you'll know when you get him, and you can just mow the game down. That, and it's one of the most beloved and thoroughly mapped out games of all time. So, like, it's really easy to find, like, how to break Final Fantasy Tactics. There are, like, 50 million ways. Oh, I can never seem to wrap my head around strategy RPGs because of that. Might get Tactics in the swing. Like I said, it's totally worth it because, like I said, if you feel like you're not braining it well enough, you can just go grind. It's one of the few tactical RPGs, I think one of the first ones that I can think of that lets you just go grind. Though weirdly enough, like, story battles won't scale with your characters, but random battles will. Shit. I was talking through the boss fight and got hosed. Well, the bigger problem with a lot of strategy RPGs, I think, prior to Tactics, is they want you to do it right on the first try without really giving you a thorough tutorial of how the game's mechanics work. Hey, Eelzap! What's brackin', chat room? Welcome in. My name's Micaiah, aka Mott's the Gaming Mouse. I'm a cute little mouse who lives in your walls and loves playing video games both classic and modern. I love RPGs, platformers, indies, and so much more. So if you want to pull up a controller and sit in front of the big old CRT TV with us and we can enjoy our favorite games together. Right now, since it's January 7th, we're playing Mega Man 3 for Mega Man Day. I've actually completed Mega Man 1 and 2 on stream before. So now we're going to take on Snake Man. Ow. Ow. Eep. Fuck, dude! You have to let your mouse into your walls. There's no escape from her now. It's too late. Daisy ain't dropped yet, bruh! We smacking that thing at the mall. You see, this is the perfect one to play on January 7th because it's the one that introduces the slide and rush. We can all slide with our dog like we're Mega Man. Ouch. Ouch. Oh boy, I think the tired is getting me. Okay. Actually, I think I'm just tired of playing Snake Man on stage. Shit. Ow. Freaking balls to the face. See, my problem is I'm getting in a hurry because I don't want to play the stage again. I just want to... I had Snake Man down to 2 freaking pixels, dude. I have to dip out early. Have a good stream. Good night, 7th. Thank you for stopping by. Have a wonderful rest of your Mega Man Day, and have fun over at MagFest. take lots of cool pictures and post them on Blue Sky. I always liked how the big snakes have the same tail as the small ones that blink. It is interesting, they kind of like... One thing that I think all the Mega Man games are good at is, like, kind of teaching you. Because, like, they'll show you an enemy in a pretty safe environment so you can watch its pattern, and then they'll put it in progressively more dangerous environments. Mario games do that a lot, too. But yeah, as you guys probably guessed, the Bolo guys there... Ooh, what up? Whenever their eye is closed, they can't take damage from Buster shots. But they don't open their eye until they're ready to throw, so you kind of have to watch your timing. Because I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but of the 6 NES games, 2, 3, and 4 are actually the ones I had growing up. Because I mostly played Mega Man on Super NES and PlayStation, but I still had my mom's NES that she bought for me in college. When she was in college, not me. But 3 was probably the one I played the least out of the, like, ones that I had. Because I mentioned it earlier, but, like, it kind of has the most uneven difficulty out of the ones that I am more familiar with. Because I actually didn't beat 1, 5, or 6, or didn't even really play them for the first time until I got the Anniversary Collection on GameCube. Which, like, has the super cursed control scheme, where, like, it had the GameCube's B button as jump and A as fire. Which, like, I don't know how young me managed to... I finished all 8 Mega Man games and the 2 Power Fighters games on that GameCube collection. Thankfully, Snake Man's stage always seems pretty short to me. Boy. Locking in. Alright, we did it! Edge Snake. Now the snakes are mine.
You got Search Snake.
And I get a password. Use that password if you want to play along at home in your own Mega Man 3. Now, IIRC, the one who's weak to Search Snake, is Gemini Man.
Ready.
Also, I guess fun random trivia about this stage, there is a big planetoid that is unused in the game's files that's supposed to show in the background here. Actually, I should probably go double check that, because I don't remember if it's this game or the space stage in another one of the NES games. I swear, I always get weapon drops when I have not used a special weapon. Ooh, health drop. It just hit me the password system was the save system, huh? Yep. None of the Mega Man NES games, well actually none of the Mega Man games prior to PlayStation, had a backup battery save. So it was the passwords and you had to write it down, or... Well, you couldn't really take a screenshot with your phone or anything, or take a screenshot or take a picture with your phone, you know, back in the 80s or 90s, so you had to write that down and hope your handwriting was good. I never used a grid, I just wrote down the, password coordinates. Is that Breakman again? You want to throw down some more? No. He just got an obstacle out of my way. What a weird guy. Ooh, wiggly, wavy, colorful zone. Did we get that one up? No. Alas. We will move on. Is this where Tide Pods originate? Yeah. They were invented by Mega Man 3. I thought you knew. Ow. Shit, I wanted to get that mystery tank, but I think I screwed myself out of it. I'm not a Tide head, sorry. Well, I thought you wanted to turn the tide, but I guess not. Best pupper time! Equip dog. Grab weapon. Yeah, lots of people think that about me. Oh, another cool thing, you can probably see that the border on top of the little pause menu on the bottom is glitching there. That's another thing about the screen being divided into chunks like that, because they actually had to do a lot of programming trickery to get that slide up and down effect on an NES cartridge. But the entire pause menu is actually too big for the screen. Because the thing is, it's not supposed to cut off at the far end like that. It's supposed to be symmetrical. And so it's supposed to have an upper border, and it's supposed to have a border on the left there. Him pause menu too big for him goddamn screen. Big old paws. You know who else has big old paws? Our puppy dog Rush. Ah yes, the old penguin neutron. Ow. See, I love that we have, like, sentient robots, but we also have, like, a hand-crank penguin dispenser, apparently. Fucking Disney afternoon-looking ass. Rush got big-time power. Boom. Ooh, this jump's super obnoxious. Okay. Yeah. You whore. The one F is tempting, but I think I'll screw myself if I go for it. E-tanky. One leggy shake. Eat shit, fuck. How many of these? Okay, but I got the E-Tank. I don't know why, but seeing the hand crank penguin dispenser rocket here is like Doofensor's like, behold, Perry the platypus, my penguinator. Honestly, my brain was kind of going there too. It creates little robot penguins. Look at them, they're charming. But how does that help you take over the world? What? But the penguins are so charming. No. Ow. I could explode and fucking die on 10,000 fireflies. Why are they all coming after me over this big pit? Ow. Fucking bullet hell section. Oh my god. You know what? I'm leaving. Ow! Fuck! Shit! What the hell? I'm not even sure what happened there. But I have 2 E-Tanks now. We'll spread penguins to the whole tri-state area. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. We'll spread penguins to the whole tri-state area! Fuck. Eat shit. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, I had to lock in for a sec there, chat. Ugh. You bitch, knock that shit off. Those things that hop around will do a whole shitload of damage to you. And, you can only shoot them when their visor's open, kind of like the Bolo guys. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to the Search Snake. I know I'm on my 0 with life, but I do have the 2 E-Tanks, so I'll use those hopefully to defeat Gemini Man. Okay, let's go ahead and pop the first E-Tank, because some of his attacks can do 4 health of damage to me. Big shit. Yeah. The Search Snake will one-shot Gemini Man's clones there, and he likes to jump when you shoot. There we go. See, when you actually have the boss weakness, you can do a ton of damage to them. Of course, you can technically defeat any of the bosses with the Mega Buster if you got the skills.
You got Gemini Laser.
Right in the Gemini. Can I get a little, B5, E6, F6? Okay, now I'm pretty sure Gemini Laser is the weakness of Needleman, so I guess we're going back to the Hedgehog Zone. Wait, that's right, I have options now. Get Snake, fuck! Fuck! Who knew hedgehogs were resistant to snakes? I hope they have chili dogs in this area. That would be way past cool. shoot them with your guns. That peppermint's fucking you up. It's true. That peppermint twisted my fucking ass, like, in half. I got blasted with minty cool flavor. Ow. Okay, let's try not to get hit by every single everything. Well, that didn't last. This motherfucker. Oh, I got peppermint twisted. Well, honestly, it's kind of good since that was my 0th life. I can just restart the stage because, like, despite their reputation for being hard, Mega Man games are actually like some of the most forgiving and balanced NES games in terms of difficulty, simply on the fact that you, as long as you don't turn the game off or whatever, you don't really get a real game over. Because even when you lose all your lives and get booted back to the stage select, you don't lose your progress. Getting into Candy Cane after it snaps your legs like that. Oh, that pun was way too clean. You know, I just realized that in December, McDonald's had like a peppermint mocha iced coffee, and I did not remember to try it. Granted, the mochas are like $4 fucking or some shit, and that's not, I ain't spending $4 on fucking coffee, bro. I am a cheapo. Ow. Okay, managed to get there without being needled.
Colonel, we managed to avoid drowning.
I don't know why I have so many Metal Gear jokes tonight, you guys. I'm sorry. I need to be more of a cheapo. I'm reckless and impulsive with money. Well, see, I was never book smart, but I am money smart. It makes me more intelligent. It's Mega Man's made of metal. Of course. I mean, he is a machine, so he's probably got gears in there somewhere, right? This motherfucker. Though, thought I guess I could have ended the sentence with I'm reckless and impulsive. But you're also really cute, so that kind of balances it out. Yo, why are though, thought, and tough all spelled almost exactly the same and sound nothing alike? Fuck you, English. Okay, I'm just gonna let him take me down on this life, and then I will come back and laser him. Because, again, your weapon energy doesn't recharge between deaths. Okay, let's get him with the gi. We need to eliminate English. Ha! Get lasered! Ow. Ow. One downside with the Gemini laser, you see how it's rebounding off of the walls like that? I cannot shoot another laser nor pause the game while one's on screen. English is so fucked up for being so incoherent. It's true. Yeah, with the Gemini laser, you can't pause the game while it's on screen. Though, like, the games on Super NES and PlayStation and stuff fix this. With the NES Mega Man games, they only let you have one weapon on screen at a time.
You got Needle Cannon and Rush Jet.
Oh, that's what I wanted to see. Needleman got popped! Okay, trying to remember who Needleman's super effective on. I'm definitely not opening my physical PlayStation 4 copy of Mega Man Anniversary Collection and looking in the included plastic cheat sheet that has all the boss weaknesses. Okay, let's see here. Snake Man's weak to Needle Cannon, what the fuck? Well, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to freeball it against someone else. I guess I'll try Magnet Man again. There's also Through and Thorough. Ugh. As a dyslexic, words like that are my nemesis. I love the physical PS4 version of Mega Man Legacy Collection, and Xbox One version. Because it has a little insert, it has like some of the art, it's got an actual, it's not made of paper, it's made of plastic, and it has all the boss weaknesses for Mega Man 1 through 6, which are the games included, and it has a little thing of stickers with like 8-bit Mega Man and some of the other stuff. It's super cool. Like, I love when physical editions have like cute extras. I mean, I miss instruction manuals as much as everybody else, but let's face it, most games have the instruction manual just in the game on our options menu somewhere. And native English speakers continue to wonder why English is so hard to learn as a non-native speaker. Always be thorough when you eat a churro, as they say. As I always say. Well, you are a they. Get they'd. Okay, now that we have the Rush Jet, let's take on Magnet Man stage. Low-key, though, this is one fly-ass track. So when people say they say, it's me who's being referred to. You do be saying. That's why your hair turns blonde sometimes. Ow, rude. Honestly, I love the coloration of the sky in this. Of course, I'm a big sucker for pastels, especially purples and pinks. I like the Twilight. You see, you're looking at it too. Okay, we gotta redo the fight with Breakman. Only when I eat yellow shrimp. I mean, you can't spell flamingo without flaming. Just knock this stuff off, man. Give me a break, man. The missile is just still going after I defeated the thing? Jeez. Whoa! Ack! Rude. You know, I can just use I gotta remember I can use the special weapons anytime I want. I don't have to just free ball it with my lemons. Like, comment, and subscribe if you meet. This is like the only one you actually kind of have to do. Free lemon balls. We'll defeat the evil robots with sour power. No, I'm always... Micaiah. Baby girl, what are you doing? I'm too pretty for predictive thought processing. Ah! Okay. Ha! Show this screen to scare a Mega Man player. Oh, it's working. I'm fucking terrified. Riding on my dog. Fuck your level setup. Riding on my dog. Ha ha. Rush Jet freaking rules, especially in this game. It's a shooty fella. Ah! Why are you shooting at me, shooty fella? Okay, wait. Needle cannon. Snake's not gonna do anything. Let's try Gemini Laser. Alright. Okay. We definitely want to go down here and grab stuff. First, let's go ahead and refill our Rush Jet with these refills. Shit. Guess I have to slide down here and reclimb the ladder. No more. I don't miss it. Like I said, I 99% love Mega Man, 1% Yoku blocks. Okay. Oh wait, shit, I did it to myself. Okay. Because you actually won't be able to pause the game until the Gemini Laser's off the screen. Alright, Magnet, get ready to get worked over. Ow. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay, but we got this, though. And by we got this, I mean I have 2 E-Tanks. My big problem with these bosses is I just go a little too DPS crazy, and I forget to focus on their patterns and dodge. Tank. Look at him and his magnetic personality. Okay, I deserve to be hurt for that one. Ow! Dodging's for cowards. Yeah, that's why it's called Parry the Platypus and not Dodge Roll the Platypus. Okay. Magnet power.
You got Magnet Missile.
I actually love the color scheme it gives you for Magnet Missile in this game. Ooh, we got a blue dot on our D. Like, comment, and subscribe if you have a blue... No, don't. Yeah, like, that's the most unhinged thing I've said on my streams. On to Sparkman! My apologies if you have any kind of epilepsy, you might not want to look at the screen. I'll let you know when the flashy flashes are gone if you are looking away, okay? But I think most of this stage has it, but I will let you know when there are no more flashy flashies on screen. You know, I honestly don't remember the flashing being this rapid when I played it before, or last time I played this. Also, a really interesting thing, if you have the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack, that includes on the Genesis, there is a game called Mega Man The Wily Wars, originally released for Sega Genesis, sort of. Oh, cool, it's a rock! Hi, Coldtails! We're playing some Mega Man 3 on this January 7th, which is, of course, Mega Man Day. And Mega Man 3 is the perfect one to play because it introduces the slide and rush, so we can slide with our dog like we're Mega Man. But how are you doing today on this lovely Mega Man Day, Cole? Oh, also, I don't think I mentioned it, but I am playing with my new, GameSeer Tangeria Lite controller. It's been really good. I put in some work with it on a few other games and stuff before streaming with it, and it's been really good. The D-pad's really nice. It has a PlayStation 4 style layout, but with Xbox buttons. It was like only 20 bucks. I think it's originally $24.99, but I think the one I got was on sale. Because there's a white one with, like, brighter orange buttons, but I got the gray one because it's kind of got the vibe of the PS1 controller. It's like that shade of gray. Okay. Shit, fuck. Ouch. Oh my god, I actually dodged the screw thingies so perfectly and I just fall down the damn pit. Ah! Feeling I just unlocked Bandit in Dragon Marked for Death. Oh, that game looks so cool. Inti Creates, like, I've kind of admit that I've had, like, mixed feelings on some of their games and stuff. Like, some of their stuff's peak, but other stuff just makes me, like, eh. As somebody who plays a lot of games for their stories, I kind of tend not to be fond of some of their storytelling choices for sequels. Especially because, like, someone was like, hey, what if this character who was, like, totally happy and stuff and at peace at the end of the previous game, in between games just was suddenly fucking miserable and their life fell apart? Like, cool, thanks. I hate it. Like, I did not sign up for this Android Keykider-ass bullshit. Yes, because everyone's gonna know what Keykider is. Okay. Eep. Ow! So what platform did you get Dragon Marked for Death for? Did you get the Switch version? Because I know you mentioned it getting as a Christmas present, but I don't remember if you mentioned what platform it was on. Because I think the Switch is the only physical. I don't know if it came out for any other consoles. I'm pretty sure it's on PC. I really like Dragon March for that, especially playing multiplayer, just going through a stage. Because I know it's like class. I got it on PS5. Okay, so it did come out. Like Intercreates, a lot of times it seems like they'll release their stuff on like Switch and PC, and then they'll kind of roll out the PlayStation and Xbox versions later. Though, a funny thing, I have Blaster Master Zero for Switch, and I have Blaster Master Zero 2 on PS4, and I'm very tempted to buy Zero 3 on Xbox just because. Shit, fuck, shit. Whew. I don't know how I pulled that off, but I did it. Still got 2 lives. Now let's use our Ma.
Spocking!
Why would you do that? Yo, I thought Magnet was your weakness. Shit. Oh no, it's Needle Cannon. Why did I try to do this from memory? Why didn't I just look it up in my thing? No, I had it backwards. Magnet Man's weak to Spark Shock. Spark Man's weak to the Shadow Blade. Bounce for tonight, and go rest. Good night, everyone. Good night, Rain. Have a good rest. Take it easy. I hope you have a very warm, comfy, peaceful sleep. And it's one of those really good sleeps where you wake up a little bit achy because you slept in the same position really restfully all night. Not like the bad kind of achy, but just like the stiff. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Well, I seem to have done the wrong thing correctly, so we did beat Sparkman at least. Okay, so it's Hard Man who's weak to the Magnet Missile. You know how the old saying goes, a hard man is good to find.
You got Spark Shock.
Task failed successfully. Alright, let's get Hard Man. Top 10 boss robots you can tell were not named by native English speakers. Not the bees! Ow. Stop it! Oh no, this is the clampy things. Clamps! B-bot. It's at least a B+. Ow. Ow. This guy. You see, the thing is, even though Magnet Man is the weakness of the boss, his weapon's also usually the best weapon to handle almost every problem in this stage. So I guess you just gotta hope we get lots of weapon power-up pickups. You know, I haven't really experimented with the weapons in this game very much. Spark Shock's a stun weapon, and then you're just hanging there. So that doesn't really do anything. And I guess it's good if there's like a mid-air enemy you want to get out of your way. Fucking... They're literally going apeshit, help! Once again, just use magnets, I guess. What's the name of the bird in Mega Man? Dog's Rush. The bird is named Beat. B-E-A-T. Though Beat doesn't debut until Mega Man 5. Because all the characters are music jokes, like, you know, Mega Man's Rock and his sister's Roll. His dog's Rush. You know, today's Tom Sawyer gets high on you. You got Tango the cat, Beat the bird. And of course, you know, his rivals, Bass and Bass's dog Treble, who are Forte and Gospel in the Japanese version. Nope, going back to the E-Tank. Feel a little bad shooting at those guys. I mean, they just showed up for work one day, and then, like, you know, someone who looks like a 10-year-old in a suit of armor with a gun just, like, explodes you. Ah, the clampy things. Oh, the bees! The bee clamps! I like Beat, but it's also because I like Feathered Friends. And now Breakman again. Ow. Ooh, he almost broke me. This motherfucker. Wait. Up and back. I'm not dealing with you. I'm just gonna get my dog. Looks like... Well, he took my dog. Sorry. Who outpuns the punster? Damn it, I got here with barely any magnet left. Oh well, let's hope I don't fucking die. Ow, I fucking died. This is my 0 with life, so we gotta lock in, chat. Yeah, he freezes the screen when he hits the ground like that. And I'm out of magnets. Looks like we're doing it full lemon set. Okay, needles don't work on you. Well, of course, you're hard. How do you paralyze me when I'm in mid-air? Oh, to be obliterated by a hard man. The Punisher outpuns the punster. I'm the one getting punished. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're getting punished by a hard man. Fuck it, bullets. Bullets to your face. Eat lemons. Looks like you just got eliminated. Like Easy Man, am I right?
You got Hard Knuckle.
Rocket Punch.
Okay. Automod, please. Like, that's the worst thing we've said in this chat. Sure to lick, subscribe, and comment. Pretty sure... Okay, you're gonna absolutely love this, Maddie. And probably you too, Guru. Hard Man's weapon is the one that's super effective on Top Man. Well, yes. Another kick-ass music track, too. I actually really love this stage, as you'd expect. I actually really love the stage, though, because, like, look, you got the greenery and the foliage and stuff, and you got, like, little artificial sun lamps. It's a little greenhouse. Also, if you were looking away from the screen, the big flashy light all over the stage is gone now. I apologize, it was like all through Sparkman stage, and I completely forgot to tell you guys it was off when I went through Hardman stage, Rip. ADHD Mouse can't remember what she's doing in mid-action. I can't believe these guys are throwing tops at me. Whose stage is this again? Beyblade, let it rip. See, like, I love the detail for, like, the spike bed. They actually have, like, the glass for the greenhouse area shattered. Like, they didn't have to do that extra effort, but they did. I love it. AAD for HD Mouse. You see, that's the thing. That's why, back in the 90s, it was just called ADD, because we didn't have HD resolution back then. I know I passed by the 1-up, but I didn't really feel like going through all that rigmarole right now. Big kitty! Interestingly, with the size of that mouse robot, the size of that big cat robot, I actually was proportionately about the size of a mouse. I'm telling you that had the ADD and H later. Yeah. Ow. Ow, why would you do that? Okay. Blocking in. One blocking in. I really thought I was gonna miss the ladder right there. Wait. I have the power of magnets. Ow, fuck. Ow. I tell you, my biggest thing with the NES Mega Man games is I can forget I can just use the special weapons. I mean, I remember the Metal Blade in 2, but that's just because, like, everybody thinks about the Metal Blade in 2. Spinning! Whoa! Whoa! Whoop! Whoa! These things remind me of, like, pencil tips. It's like, did anybody but me ever like to, like, spin their pencil? Especially those ones that have, like, the ones that weren't, like, perfectly cylindrical. They had, like, a hexagonal shape if you looked at them from the front. And I just like to spin them on the desk and hear them go ting, 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 ting. Is that just me? Also time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was just me, or yeah, you also did that. Okay. I actually really like this color scheme, too. I like the navy blue and the gray. They look good on Mega Man. Sparking! Good noise, good sensation, good visual. Whoa! Get knuckled. You can call me Knuckles. I'm not like Knuckles, I don't knuckle. I'd rather flex my knuckle. Sorry I used my E-Tank. I did not feel like playing through the whole stage again if I missed that jump. Pattern recognition? What's that? Get hosed! Hi, Gusty. How are you doing on this lovely Mega Man Day? It's January 7th. We're playing some Mega Man 3. Top to top.
You got Top Spin.
You know, I just realized this game has Shadow and Hedgehogs, but not in the same stage. Discovered my love for The Sims again. That's how I spent my nights now. You see, it's pulled Guru Neko back in too. So like, I guess it's just like The Sims are taking over. Okay, you can just use your weapons. The ha, the ni, the ma, the sn. Let's use the sn. Fuck. Okay. Also has tails in the form of Gemini, twin tails. It's all coming together. We got the hard knuckle. We got the Amy in the form of Top Man. It's true. Actually, am I on my 0 with life? Yeah. Just restart the stage. I guess few things are more deflating than getting to the boss with like low HP on your 0 with life. I don't know, I do wonder, is like, would Amy be a top, or would she be like power bottom, but in parentheses, threatening? So if there's a top man, is there a yo-yo man? No, but there was a hard man. Which is the one that had top man's weakness. Snakies are kind of like yo-yos. Yeah. Also, I love the layering effect on the stars here. This is such a cool thing. Look, one of them went over Mega Man. Because isn't it cool? Like, that's actually not an easy trick to pull off because the NES only has one background layer. So actually making, like, parallax scrolling like that's something you have to kind of, like, program in-engine. Ah, that's why I play Lucas in Smash. He went up! Back to the parachute guys. I love their little surprise face right before the parachute opens, like, am I gonna make it? Though, I'll be honest, right now, I don't think I could play Mother 3 for the same reason why I can't bring myself to, like, play Ni no Kuni either. Well, Lucas doesn't use yo-yos, but still. But Ness does, but Lucas uses the snake instead of the yo-yo. And also a stick. think Shadow Man's weakness is Spark Shock. Oops. Top Spin. How am I supposed to hit him with Top Spin? Okay, well, we'll figure it out, I guess. Ow. Well, I didn't think that would work, but it worked.
You got Shadow Blade and Rush Marine.
Stages broke, and now there's 4 creepy skulls in different stages. What could this mean? Brought that shadow to the light. Way to go, yeah, Mother 3 will definitely be rough emotionally. Let's try the new Gemini Man stage first. Question mark. But yeah, these are the Dokurobot, or Doc Robot, stages, which basically takes stages you already cleared and does, like, hard mode versions of them with extra enemies and obstacles and all that. It actually changes some of the level areas, like this area here being a bunch more... Fuck! Being a bunch more empty pits and stuff. And you may be thinking to yourself, making you replay stages you just did with the harder versions to get through the game, that sounds like they're artificially padding the length. Yeah. I love Mega Man, but this is the only game in the series to do something like this. And it's kind of something Mega Man 3 is infamous for. The fucking 1-up in the... Ah, fuck. Shit, fuck! Hey, at least I went down there to go get the 1-up. I don't think it worked out for me, though. Yeah, just came in to check on you. Gotta go to bed. Well, thank you for coming by, Gusty. I always appreciate when you stop by, even just for a little bit. I'm probably not going to stream too terribly much longer, since I did have to go to job today. So I'm pretty tired, but I had to get in here and play this for Mega Man Day on January 7th. But you have a good rest. I hope you have a very lovely night. Have a good, warm, comfy, soft sleep on a warm, comfy, soft bed. Hope you wake up feeling a little bit kind of stiffish because you slept so well, like you stayed in the same position all night. The best kind of sleep. Night night. Ugh. See, I'm getting in a hurry, and I need to stop, because you cannot play Mega Man games in a hurry. Okay, down the hole. Dog, solve all my problems for me. Yeah, with Rush Jet, you have like free 8-directional movement in the air. It is so cool. Then got these weapon refills for Rush real quick. Also, Mega Man takes place in Final Fantasy III in the Crystal Tower. All the kids who grew up with Final Fantasy III on DS just had a, like, freaking war flashback from you mentioning that place. You do realize that, right? Final Fantasy III on DS is crazy because they just, like, said, oh, here's a fun little DS remake with new characters and bright, colorful backgrounds, and made it, like, harder than the NES game. Why would they do that? Especially because, like, you know, if you're outside Japan, that's your first exposure to Final Fantasy III, is that DS remake. It is weird how, like, all of the other numbered Final Fantasies got pretty consistent re-releases, except 3, because, like, 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 all got re-released on PS1. And I'm pretty sure 1 and 4 got re-released on WonderSwan Color, and then again, 1 and 2, then 4, 5, and 6 all got re-released on GBA. But Final Fantasy III got that remake on DS, but the original never got any kind of, like, advanced Dawn of Souls kind of treatment. Because the first time that the original version got any kind of remake or remastering is the Pixel remasters that came out a few years ago. And it's weird because so many Final Fantasy staples are introduced in 3. Oops, I hit my table. Because, like, 3 is the one that introduced, like, the job class system. It's the one that introduced all the summons, like Ifrit and Shiva and Ramu and stuff. It's also the game that introduced Moogles. Yeah, see, the thing is, that is Dive Man, or from Mega Man 2. So there's a whole new weakness chain we have to remember. Because these new rebattles with the Mega Man 2 bosses are gonna have different weaknesses. And Search Snake is not exactly it. Oh, no, sorry, that's Flashman. And the thing is, the Doku Robot versions of these stages only have 2 checkpoints. One at the very beginning of the stage, and one... because there are 2 Doc Robot fights, or Doku Robot fights. Well, Dokuro is the Japanese word for skull. So it's supposed to be like Doku Robot, like Skull Robot, because you notice it has like a skull head. But the English version translated it as Doc Robot. So I kind of end up throwing those around interchangeably, but that's the same thing. You know, it's really weird. I have such vivid memories of playing the first 8 Robot Master stages of this game a lot, and I really vividly remember, like, the ending and the Wily Fortress levels. But my brain always blanks out the Doc Robot stages. And I think I remember why. Ow. Shit. Now, I will say I am getting pretty tired. So I think win or lose, whatever happens, like my next game over, or if I finish this stage or game over on it, I'm pretty much going to wrap the stream after this. But I'm going to make a save so we can come back later and we can play some more Mega Man 3 together in another stream. I know with 1 and 2, I finished those in a single stream, but they're a good bit shorter than all the other Mega Man games on NES. Shit. Because, yeah, this isn't the end of the stage. There are 2 Doc Robot fights in every stage. I'm pretty sure Shadow Man's weapon, Shadow Blade, is his weakness. Is it? That's only doing 2 pixels. Okay, let's experiment a little, because you know it's not Search Snake or Spark Shock. How about Needle? Oh, shit. Does so much fucking damage just by standing there near me. Honestly, it's not that the boss is hard, it's just having to replay entire chunks of the level every single time I lose. Because I don't know if it's the ADHD or what, but having to constantly, like, redo large chunks of content just, like, makes me get a little bit impatient. But the thing is, when you get impatient, you start rushing, and when you start rushing, you make mistakes, and then you have to redo it again. Okay, trying to enhance my calm. You start rushing, you're a mechanical puppy. I mean, there are a lot worse things in the world to be than a mechanical puppy. Okay, you know, I gotta know, is there something up there? Ah. Why would you do that? Okay, nothing up above it. No secret bonus extra things. I don't think I've ever been up there like that before. I just had to know. Okay, let's try Needleman and the Gemini Laser and see if any of those are more effective. Okay, Needleman's the one. But it's like, holy shit, I can't keep him off me. Ugh. Okay, give me just a second. I'm actually gonna take my stream notebook right here. And I'm going to... Shit, where's the pen? I'm gonna write down which one of these, which one of the things each Doc Robot is weak against. And yes, I know I could just go look this up online, but I'm doing this the more fun way. Okay, so... I don't know if I ever really figured out the Doc Robot weaknesses before. I think I just like brute forced it and got a bunch of E-tanks. Okay, so the Flashman Doc Robot is weak to Needle Man. Okay. I don't know if it's ADHD. I think that it's just you keeping your sanity. Oh, like there's a little break in the ceiling where those things are crawling out from. That means, wait, I can use these. Come on, drop some health, please. I don't think they're gonna drop any health, damn it. Dog time! Why are you all the way down there? Alrighty. Let's go ahead and hit the button here. Go ahead and save. But yeah, I do believe I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up the stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming by, watching me hang out, and... watching me hang out. God fucking damn it, I am tired. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming by and hanging out with me and playing Mega Man 3 on this wonderful Mega Man Day, January 7th. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate you guys. I had a ton of fun. We will definitely get back to Mega Man 3 and finish it up in a later stream. I will hopefully also be streaming tomorrow. I am actually off from Job tomorrow, thank goodness. I don't know if it'll be Final Fantasy V or Crystal or maybe more Mega Man if I feel like it. I haven't decided yet. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, make myself some late dinner. It's about 9:30. Probably just play some Animal Crossing vibe and hopefully get a nice rest because I can actually sleep well because I don't have to go to my job tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you so much for hanging out. And yeah, Mega Man freaking rules. Mega Man!